Hey guys, how's it going? I'm gonna show you my solution to Leetcode's problem, Roman numbers to integers in JavaScript language. Okay, so first thing we need to do is to break through our problem so we can understand it thoroughly before we write any code. As we see, we have a list of all the letters that are used as numbers in Roman number system. We notice that the numbers are written from largest to smallest, except in special cases where a small number is written before a bigger one, which means that we subtract the small number from the bigger one. For example, if we are going to write number 4, we will write it like IV, number 1 followed by number 5, which means 5 minus 1. We notice in the problem description that only 1, 10, and 100 can follow other numbers. We will not check for invalid formulas in the function because the problem's description says we are guaranteed a valid Roman number. Here is an object that contains all of the Roman numbers. Also, here is an array of the numbers that can precede a bigger number as mentioned before. So the function needs to do a few steps before evaluating the final value. First thing, we need to split the given string into an array of all the letters in that string. Then we will map through the array using for each checking each letter. We need to check for the befores. So condition number 1. If one of the befores exists and there is a bigger number after it, we subtract the small number from the bigger one. Okay, again, we are guaranteed a valid number, so we don't need to worry about invalid ones. That way, on each iteration, we get a value that we need to store somewhere. So we add the result variable to our code, whose initial value is 0, and on each iteration, we add the value to it. Then, make sure to skip that next letter that you already used its value in the current step. So we will add a skip boolean variable to our code that by default has a false value. And when we want to skip a number, we change its value to true and reverse it back to false in the step where it's found to have a true value. Condition number 2. If it's not one of the befores, that means we don't need any further processing, and it has a direct known value in the Roman numbers object that we can add directly to the result value. Condition number 3. If it's one of the befores and it's not followed by a bigger number, do the same as condition number 2. Add its value to the result directly. By the end of the for each loop, we already have the final value that we need to return. Alright guys, now we have it. I hope I was able to explain it clearly and that this video was helpful to you. Thank you for watching.